The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
I tell you what, I love Mark McGowan, I really do, but there's a frustrating thing for me, and I understand why he's wanting to get people over here to WA.
Yeah, well, our hospitals and police force are understaffed.
Completely get it. But my argument to that is, where are these people going to live? Because the amount of people that are A, trying to buy a house, or B, trying to rent a house, and what's happening with the real estate market now is so unbelievably stressful for people that an influx of, say, 30,000 people, where are you going to live? What is it going to do to the people that live here already that are trying to survive?
And on top of that, international students are coming back now, where we haven't had them for the last 3 years.
Which is on the front page of today's paper. These three girls, they are international students, and they were trying to secure a rental here. They end up getting one. They had to pay above what was being asked, $235 above what's being asked. For a 2-bedroom apartment in the city, they are paying $1,000 a week.
And there's three of them.
Yep. And they had to pay money up front.
Yeah, they paid $17,000 up front, because they must have had some savings that they've come over with, just to secure it for 3 months ahead of time, plus, bond and the rest. So, because that's the other thing. If you're paying $1,000 a week, your bond is $4,000.
People are also finding themselves in scenarios where they are too frightened to complain about the conditions that they are living in a rental, because they're frightened that the owner is going to crack it at them.
Yes.
But they might want the aircon fixed or get mould, a mould issue sorted, and boot them out, or
just not fix it. Yeah, they can't leave, because it's too tight to find anything else. So the landlords know that, so they're just not fixing things.
I don't know what the answer is, because whilst it's an unbelievable difficult situation I'm not in, so I don't know how horrendous it would be. The other side of the coin is, getting back to your point on Mark, is you need those people to come in to do those jobs. So you don't have the people.
That's right.
So then there's the economy versus...
We get
the housing.
Oh, I get the conundrum.
There's no actually answer.
There's no
answer that's going to help in the next 2 years.
But I'm telling you right now, if you're a person that has been going after rental after rental after rental, bidding higher and higher and higher, and then you're seeing this story on the news, and you're going, wait there, I live here already.
Yeah.
Help me.
And on top of that, there are people like the rescue organisations are being flooded with animals that have to be surrendered because you can't get a rental.
Oh, that'd be true.
If you're a pet owner now, it's just too difficult. And so people are having to surrender family pets that they've had in their lives for 5-10 years, because there is no alternative. It's either be homeless and keep your dog, or get a home and surrender your family pet. That's a horrendous situation.
Let everyone know what you saw the other day.
Well, friends of mine run a little coffee window, and so on Saturday they have 2 people working there. So they've got a barista and they have somebody taking the orders. And this Saturday, a couple of weeks ago, was very quiet. So they sent the second person home. So the person that takes the orders didn't need them, and the barista was just working there on his own. And it was getting towards when they finish, and so he'd closed the machine, half the machine down, and then there was a home open for an apartment across the way. 60 people turned up and they all wanted coffee at the same time. And so this poor kid is making coffees with half a coffee machine, and so there was at least 60 people turning up to look at a 2-bedroom apartment in East Fremantle.
Wow.
That's the reality.
I get
every single home open is now flooded with applicants. And so that means there's at least 59 people missing out and moving on to the next one. It is a horrible situation.
Want to talk about this crisis, whether if you find yourself in it right now, whether you are trying to secure a rental right now, whether you're facing your rent being put up an astronomical amount, whether you find yourself needing things done around the place that you're at and you're too frightened to ask.
The power's in the landlord's hands at the moment.
It's unbelievable.
It's so difficult.
Look, this isn't housing, but we do have something for someone to go out and have a bit of fun.
It'll be a good distraction.
Take a bit of a break. 3 sessions at Stadium Carts for you and a friend. We had the best day there ever. Stadium Carts is at Optus Stadium. It's extending their season for the April school holidays, which is great.
Yeah.
Book now at stadiumcarts.com.
All right, let us know the realities of the rental crisis. Tish, hello.
Hi.
Hi, Tish.
Hi, Tish. Is this happening to you right now, is it?
It sure is, yeah.
Tell us the realities.
So me and my partner and our 3 children have been knocked back for a total of 49 houses and counting.
Oh, Tish.
49. That's heartbreaking.
Where are you living now?
So we're living at my partner's parents' house in Greenwood.
Yeah.
But I travel every single day down to Piara Waters take my children to school and so I can work.
Oh, honey.
So, and
Wow.
is that the area that you'd prefer to rent in?
Yeah, like anywhere close that my children don't have to change school.
Yes.
Have you
That's tough.
asked for feedback? I'm guessing they wouldn't give you any of why you're getting knocked back.
No, so I have actually. I spoke to a real estate agent that was so lovely, that was definitely trying to push for us.
Yeah.
But it's because we have a sausage dog and a hairless cat. That is the
Oh,
reason
there
why.
you go.
So many
What a combo.
Dog and a hairless cat.
They're
I
very
would love
inoffensive
that.
pets.
A hairless cat,
Yeah,
though, that look
so
pretty scary.
trained.
Yeah, but the landlord doesn't have to look at it.
No, that's true, Nat.
Exactly right. And we've even offered more. We've even gone into like buying. Buying is ridiculous at the moment as well. You put in an offer, someone comes back
Yes.
with $50,000 over.
Yeah.
Oh, not even that, Tej. I look on the real estate things and suddenly I'll go, oh, well, that house looks really interesting. By the time you email this person,
It's
they
gone.
go, it's gone, and it's bought sight unseen.
Yeah,
that's
that's exactly right.
And
It's
buy-
way over the asking
and
price.
Tish-
Or if you miss one house viewing to go and rent, that's it. You can't go for another one.
Yeah.
And trying to work full time, you just got no hope.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
Tish, my brother lives around that area, so I know it quite well. There's a lot of development going on. Building is not an option because of the time,
Yes,
I'm
it's going
imagining.
to take
Is that what you're
several
thinking?
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've tried that, and just the times it's ridiculous, and you're paying way over what you should be paying.
Yeah.
So, Tish, on a weekend, like, are you just going from home open to home open to home open, trying to see as many as you
Yeah,
can?
so I go before I start work at 9 o'clock. I go on my lunch break. I've got to duck in and out of work. After work, on the weekends, I'm too busy trying to catch up with cleaning and
Yeah.
everything like
Yep.
that. Spend time with my children because we spend most of the time in the car. Or I'm taking my children to dance, which is down in Piara Waters.
Wow.
Yeah, so
So-
you are hitting that freeway
Yeah, look.
every day.
Every day.
Oh,
Tish, I'm so sorry that you're having to go
Yes.
through this, and the worst
Good
thing
luck.
is I just don't see how it's going to end. If
Yes.
anyone, we're going to speak to a couple more people here. If anybody out there is listening and they do have a rental that they go, actually,
that
you know
area.
what?
Yeah, around that
I
Coburn
would
and they
love
love
to.
sausage dogs and hairless
Yeah,
cats.
like, please contact us. We'll put you in touch with them, and that goes for the next people we're going to speak to, which is
Yeah.
there's Crystal from Ellenbrook.
Thanks,
Hi,
Tish.
Crystal.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
Hi,
All right,
Crystal.
what's the reality for you, Crystal?
So it started a few years back. My son was 3 months and we were living in Cow, and the travel was too much. My sister had a house in Ellenbrook that she was renting privately through a landlord, and she asked if we could come and stay. He said, yeah, look, that's fine. He upped the rent accordingly, and we got stuck. It was right when COVID hit.
Yeah.
And so we've been there for about 2 years now, and we've been absolutely fine with it. He came out a few days ago and said, look, COVID's over. It's been a while. I want you guys out, so myself and my kids, specifically because he's not happy with the lounge room and the garage being utilised as bedrooms, obviously for myself, my kids,
Right.
and my sister and her kids. I said, yeah, okay, fair enough. Can I get a reference, before
Yes.
when I go to
Get a
the
reference, yeah.
He said, no, because you're not technically a tenant.
Oh, God,
Oh,
help the girl out.
Come on, that's
Seriously.
a bit rough. You've been
Yeah.
paying rent to this guy. He's been living there for 2 years.
Yes, we even upped the rent accordingly, so we've been paying
Yes.
all the rest of my son's got autism. He was quite sick, so he's quite established with his therapy. And I've just been diagnosed with cancer, and so I don't even have the energy most days. And
Oh, Crystal.
it felt like home. And now it's like my bills are year at 10 and 11, and it's in high school.
Yeah.
It's going to be so detrimental to their education to possibly not have him in the same therapy that has been in for the last 18 months.
Of course.
It's
So
such
you
a
really
harsh
need
reality.
something in the Ellenbrook area then?
I mean, I'm realistic about the expectations, especially with not having a reference. I understand our homeowners are going to do this and like, well, look, we haven't got a reference. It's just such a harsh reality for so many people
Yes.
that the homes aren't even available.
Yeah, not available.
And not just that,
Yeah.
think about it, right? There have been, there of course are always people that are facing, like housing difficulties and stuff like that. But the amount of children that are going to school
Yes.
at the moment the percentage would be huge of not knowing where they're going to be living.
Yeah, that's right. Or if they're going to have to change
feeling the
school.
stress from their parents.
Yeah.
It might have been 1 or 2 kids in your school and you're growing up.
Yeah.
Look at how many people
Yeah.
are facing that same thing. If anyone is listening and in what area, Crystal?
Ellenbrook.
So definitely
And
Ellenbrook.
Aveley, obviously. We've got a lot of friends in Aveley.
Yeah, peacocks. If anyone's listening and has any help that they
Anything.
can give out for Crystal as well, then
And that
contact us.
landlord, write a reference,
I mean,
for
oh,
God's
come on, that's
sake. You paid the
ridiculous.
rent and you took it.
Yes,
Seriously. Thank you,
disgusting.
Crystal. Elisa, hello.
Hey, Lisa.
Elisa, you there? Hello, Elisa.
No.
No.
No. All right.
No, she's gone.
Okay.
Well, can I just say that was some of the best radio at the end there.
I know it was magic, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was pretty amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. It's heartbreaking to hear these stories. And,
Yes.
and as we said before, how do they change this around?
I know.
And here's the problem going back. So it's got to go back years where clearly the public housing sector wasn't hitting the heights it needs to hit.
Yes.
They're not dishing out the houses or getting that,
Or
making them available for future.
The population has grown too quickly.
But,
yes.
but here's the thing about the population now. They did this study. I mean, this stuff is
Yes,
done a
they
while
know-
ago, right? And
Yes, they
WA
plan
are
for the
pushing,
future, yes.
pushing for 20,
Yes.
say 30. They need a certain amount of people.
Yes. And on top of that, even
So
the
they
other
know
thing
that
is
already.
the
And that's
little-
got nothing to do with COVID.
The little satellite town,
Yeah.
so because I know 2J pretty well, there are no rentals there. It's booked up. There are no rentals. You can't get a. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So you go online and go rent in 2J. I did it the other day just to have a look. There's literally nothing, and people are, because that's 45 minutes out of Midland. Lots of people are thinking, well,
Okay,
maybe
yeah,
if
we
I
can
go
go
to a
there.
small town there,
Yeah.
it's not so far to come in if I've got to come to work.
Yeah.
There's nothing there either.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah. And I really urge people, I know that we've got a wide range of socioeconomic,
Yes.
groups that listen to us, right? So we know that there's some people that are really struggling. We
Yeah.
know some people that are feeling okay, and we know that there's some people that are doing quite well.
Mm.
People that are doing quite well, I plead to you, if you do not need financially to put your rent up,
Yeah.
then you know what? Do these people a favour and don't go astronomical. Don't go
Yes.
putting up the rent $300, $400 because you're going to pay off
Yeah.
your fifth house mortgage quicker.
Yeah. 'Cause they're people. They're people that are struggling.
There is human stories behind
Yeah.
this. So really look at yourself, look at the lot you have in life, and I know that you've probably worked hard for it.
Yeah.
But if you can afford to not put the screws into people that
Yeah.
aren't doing as well as you, if you can afford that, think about it.
Yeah.
The other thing that goes hand in hand with the owners is certainly the real estate agents as well, because they're
Yes.
the people who come to you and say, hey, I'm going to put the rent up this amount.
Yes.
You
You don't have to.
They can have a normal discussion
I
with
mean,
you. Hey, this is what's
can I
going
tell
on.
you
Putting it up in response to interest rates, put it up by the amount that your mortgage has increased, that's fine. But your mortgage hasn't gone up $400 a week.
Oh, the amount of
It
real
has.
estate agents as well, and I've seen national stories about them that are sending out memos and they're being leaked to the press saying, do not lock your tenants in for long-term
Yes.
leases because we want to, at the end of the
Yeah.
6-month cycle, put their rent up and then keep going like that. I mean, where's your soul?
Yeah,
and I
that's
know
right.
that you do. I know some people
We get that
are
it's
going to
business.
use it to make as much money as they can because they're struggling. But there is, there's some
and
people,
it's people like Crystal that we just spoke to with
Yeah.
a son with
Yeah.
autism and a cancer
Yeah.
diagnosis who are homeless,
Yeah.
essentially. Like
Bit of
they're
humanity around this
they're
time,
the
if you
victims
can
of
afford
it.
to.
Yeah.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Monday night, my son Cooper, he was working at Hungry Jack's. He works there. He always has those late shifts on Sundays and Mondays, which I
Yeah.
don't
Right.
type of get to, but they normally go till 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
10 o'clock. And I did see on a message in the morning yesterday that he put a message saying that he's running late and could, his mother pick him up, just a bit after the normal time, which
Sure.
is at 10 o'clock.
But
Anyway.
you were fast asleep and in bed by the
I was fast asleep in bed. But what happened at work for him was getting after 9:30, a couple came in to Hungry Jack's and they went and sat in a booth.
Yeah.
Then this lady got up and came
From
the
the
front, from the couple.
Yeah.
And she went up to the front where he was and he said, "Can I take your order?" And she mouthed to him, "Can you call the police?"
Oh.
And he said, "Excuse me," and she said, mouthed once again, "Can you call the police?" So he went and grabbed a piece of paper and a
Yeah.
pen and said, "Oh, I didn't quite hear you. Can you just write that down for me?" So
Yes.
she wrote down, "I don't know this guy. Can you please call the police?"
Okay, wow.
So he
They
took
weren't
it-
a couple.
yeah. So he went out to quickly turned his back, went to the yes, I'll get your order. Just be a second, and went to the
Cool
manager.
head, Cooper, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
That's not a very common thing to happen.
No.
And for him to, go along with the charade of taking her order and everything, that's well done.
Pretty hectic moment, yeah. He's
Yeah.
only 16,
Yeah.
17 soon. But he got to the manager quickly. They rang the police. the lady went and sat back down with this guy, and then the cops just come storming in and got this bloke and arrested him, took him away.
Wow.
As far as I know, is what he told me eventually, was that the lady was she was going to come in, but there was some guy who just started following her and just would not...
Like in the car park and stuff, and wouldn't leave her alone.
And walked in and sat down in the booth with her.
And wouldn't leave her side.
God, that happens. It happens quite a lot. And Cooper did exactly the right thing.
Yeah, it was a really, really hectic situation.
That is crazy. Yeah. I mean, when your job is to, give people burgers and fries, it's really weird to have to put up with that.
But here's the thing. So yesterday... I saw him when he got home from school. Hey, mate, how was your day? How was work last night? And he just said, no worries. And he gave me the bare minimum.
Yes.
And then Megan got home, who my wife's working with her friend in a hairdressing salon in East Perth. And she found out through my niece who works there.
So Cooper didn't tell any of you?
No.
What day was it? What day did you find out?
Yesterday, last night. I found out last night.
But he'd had a conversation
so the whole day.
Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell Megan either. And Megan found out through our niece during yesterday.
So he'd managed to tell his cousin somewhere along the line,
and still
but not
you,
his parents that he had a face-to-face conversation with.
Yeah, so I rang him we had a function last night. I was on my way to join you guys, and I ring him. I go, mate, where are you? He goes, I'm at Garden City, and I went, any danger of telling me what happened last night? He goes, what? And I went, mate, Mum just told me this whole story about, what happened went down at HJ's last night. You had to, I'll tell you later. I'm just getting a few things at Garden City. I'm like,
I do understand though.
Joking?
The secrets are better at Hungry Jack's. It's just better to keep it all shush.
You can't keep things like that. Like, that's pretty important information.
Oh, you would think that would be a story that you'd want to tell everybody because it's so dramatic.
But he loves
a bit of drama.
He loves the drama. But he told my niece, who told Megan, who told me, and he never told any of us.
Thank God for the grapevine.
Some people don't deserve big news when they don't feel like they need to tell you it, and is that what you want to talk about right now?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so we want to know, something full-on's happened, right? And someone just decided not to tell you.
No.
And, it's big news.
And especially when you say, how was your day?
Yeah.
How was your day, yeah.
That's when you go, oh, God, this full-on thing happened.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Oh, I got fired.
Because they've literally asked the question.
Got fired. I'm getting married or been married.
Yep.
Any danger of telling? You could have told me.
I slept in my car last night because my house caught on fire.
Yeah.
Oh,
that explains the soot on your face.
That's a big bit of information.
Yeah. All right, we're going to give somebody 2 tickets to go and see Into the Woods with the WA Opera.
Lovely.
Nice. It's sort of like a darker tale on the fairy tales. It looks amazing. Into the Woods, the musical, opens at His Majesty's Theatre March 23rd. Tickets are at waopera.asn.au.
All right, when you found out later that they had a big story to share and they did not share it with you, what happened?
The thing that springs to mind for me is it's not like it wasn't news, but it was something that I felt like needed to be told. And I've told this before. It was a guy that used to work here named Troy, who so Natalie and I, and we'd been working with him for ages. And then we were presenting a thing at the cinema.
Yeah.
And we're at the front and we're on the microphones. We're going, welcome to the movies and blah, blah, blah. And next minute I see Troy, and then sitting next to Troy is another Troy. He's an identical twin and never told any of us that he had an identical twin. And I couldn't even go on. It blew my mind. I made them both stand up. I had a go at them. Because I think personally, if there's 2 of you, if you have a duplicate, you need,
that's important information.
You need to tell people.
Any danger of letting us know.
Because especially say if that person starts working with you and then suddenly you see your new workmate out in the street and it's not like, and you don't understand why they're not talking to you. Like that should be a law. Identical twins need to tell everybody.
Yes, I agree with that.
And there's another one of them. And especially with triplets, like there's another 2 of you there. Like, come on, mate.
Maybe some sort of tattoo on their
something.
face. So
like, you're right, Natalie. It's worked out in the past in history to tattoo people to identify them. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. I think it's a great idea.
Never a negative thing came from
that we know. So that we know.
Let's go to Louise in Marangaroo. Hey, Lou.
Morning.
All right, what happened, Lou?
So my teenage son, who's about 13 at the time, came home from school, and I said, how was school? And he goes, yeah, good. Anything happened? No. And then I got a phone call from one of the other parents from his friend that night to say that while my son and her son were walking to the bus stop, her son got clipped by a car.
Oh.
And he was fine. He was fine.
Oh my God.
He got on the bus and then went home as well. But it was like the police are trying to identify the car that hit her son.
I thought the police were involved.
Oh, yeah, they were trying to find him because the guy didn't stop. He just hit a kid and kept going.
Can I say, the reaction to this from your child is how we would react back in the day, and our parents wouldn't have cared. Oh, you got your bike, no worries.
Boys
it
are
was
strange like that.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, Luke, he's just like, but he was fine.
He's
What's all the
fine.
fuss about?
Yeah. No, I think that's newsworthy. But if when your mum says how was school, that's something that you can probably mention.
Oh, my mate got clipped by a car and the police were involved.
Yeah.
Lou.
Oh,
No, we feel you, Lou. That's one of those things.
Thanks, Louise.
Any danger of telling us?
Janine, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Great,
Hello, everyone.
Janine. What happened?
Well, my son got GQ Model of the Year last year.
What?
And he didn't tell me.
GQ Model of the Year. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he got the GQ Australia Model of the Year last year.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell me. A few weeks before, he said, "Oh, Mum, something good's coming up."
Yeah.
And that was it. And then I saw on social media, on my Insta and everything, like...
You're like,
Is your son Nathan?
Yes, that's right.
and he doesn't tell you. Well, that's pretty important.
Yeah, that was pretty important. Didn't tell me.
Oh my God!
Didn't tell me.
Which there's a photo of 4 of them. Which one's Nathan? That's
Nathan
Dacre Montgomery.
Nathan Maguire.
Yeah. Okay, Nathan Maguire. Let's have a look. All right.
With the dark curly hair.
Nathan Maguire.
Yeah, the handsome one.
Oh, well, of course.
There's 4 very handsome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your son.
I love that he just didn't think to tell you. It's such a major achievement.
There's handsome dude.
Oh my God!
It's such a major
He
achievement.
just told me something special was coming up, but he didn't really elaborate on that.
And then you find out.
I think I found out when my daughters posted on Instagram their brother's night, and I don't think it made the news here or anything like that, but
Janine,
I did over there.
So he's quite a successful model, yes, of course.
He is, yes.
How old is he?
30, just turned 33.
And travelled all around?
He has, yeah.
Unbelievable. Can I ask you a question? How does it feel, because knowing that all of your friends probably want to sleep with your son? How does that feel?
Well, I've got an interesting story if you want to wait.
I do.
We have
I would
got
love
time
that.
there.
Please, tell me.
I love that this is a very humble brag for
Tell
you,
me
Janine.
more.
Yes,
Tell
keep
me more.
going.
So, you know, the Adnate building in Hay Street,
Yeah.
so Nathan's at the top of that. He's the person at the top of that. So prior to that, we'd gone to Sydney, we'd seen the show of Adnate, and I'm standing next to this lady, and she's looking at the painting of Nathan, and she's gone, "Oh my God, what I would do to have him at the top of my bed."
What did you say then?
Janine would have been, "Oh my God, what I've done to tuck him in."
Yes, exactly. What I've done to their bare bottom.
And I said, "Well, you might." Well, I got a bit fiery about that because I'd had a few drinks.
Yeah.
So I just said, okay, well, I'm his mother. So she just kind of went horribly red and walked away. But
also,
yeah,
you know what, that poor woman, what are the chances that his mother's going to be standing there?
Exactly.
Don't you reckon?
Janine, that's the best. Thank you.
Oh, that is
Well
very
done.
funny.
Absolutely. The 2 tickets to go and see Into the Woods with the WA Opera. It's going to go to Janine. It's a lovely story
I
there.
mean, on top of having a super hot son.
Yeah, I know. Well played there.
Well done, Janine.
Thanks, Lou, for your call as well.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Ellie,
Don't go anywhere.
don't go anywhere. How are you, my friend?
Well, thank you. How are you?
I told everyone you're in a good mood today.
Yeah, I love
true?
it. I love it when she's in a
Although
good
she was
mood.
just accusing everybody madly of eating her
Yeah.
cukes out of the fridge.
Yeah.
She's doing it in a nice way.
Someone did.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
will
forgot.
find
You
out.
don't know because you might have eaten them
Well,
and you just forgot.
You know
Yes.
what? You know what? Let your cuke anger go. All right, because remember last week we had Jeremy McGovern in.
Yeah.
And Jeremy McGovern was wearing Crocs. Yeah? So do you remember I was wearing Crocs and we
Yeah.
were like, oh my God, who wears Crocs? And then
Yeah.
Ellie bursts in with a request, Ellie. And what was that request?
No, I said, Crocs are cool. And then you said, no, they're not. And then I said, I want a pair, but they're expensive. And you said, how much are they? And I said, oh, about $80. And then you said, that's not expensive at all. I could buy that. And I said, are you going to buy me some? And you were like, yeah, all right. And I was like, oh, really?
And then you said, oh my God, don't buy me any, don't buy me any. Then you had a whole full crisis.
Yeah, I was just like staunching him.
Yeah.
And then
Then I went home.
you went home and called me and said, what size are you?
And then all I could hear was like, if you can imagine what a dolphin being put through a wood chipper
Yes.
sounds like. Like just like high pitched wailing. Like
And then she very specifically told you the exact model and colour
yes,
that she wanted.
size 9, and she
just
wanted
rolled
them
off
in
the
the
tongue.
what colour were they? They were like
They're like a bone.
bone
And
colour.
it's the ones with the thick
Oh my
platform.
God.
Ali Patricevic.
What is it? Don't put new shoes on the table. It's bad luck.
Well, they've already been on the table.
Oh,
so-
no.
And I did it. It's fine. I mean, you know.
It's not your bad luck, it's his bad luck.
All right, Ali. Here we go. Can we
this a
have a little bit of drama to
this a
open
joke?
a little bit of drama
a
to
drum
open
roll.
up.
Is there
something.
nothing in here in the box?
open it.
There's a
No.
box.
All right.
Doesn't look like the box of Crocs would come in.
No, they come loose.
They come loose.
So
they're
Nathan's
loose.
put
That's
them in
put
a
in a
gift
box.
box for you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah. So
lucky.
here we go. Are you excited?
yes.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Here we go.
I'm scared.
Open it up.
Whee! There's one Croc.
There's
Where's
what?
the other one?
Are they
Where's
the ones you wanted?
They're the ones you wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The
what's the
exact one,
question?
the right
Where's
size.
the other one?
Where's the other one?
Where is the other one?
That brings us to this.
Does Ellie get to keep her Crocs quiz?
That's a big shoe, man.
That is a big
So
shoe.
we've got
Ellie,
the...
That's a really
here we
big
go. So I've got the extra Croc here,
How chunky it is. I
right?
love it.
The
Wait, what
extra
is
Croc
this?
is here.
That's the left
So at
Croc.
the moment, you have the right Croc. All right?
You have one right Croc.
You would like to win both Crocs, wouldn't you?
Or do a lot of
I
hopping.
knew there would be a catch for this for sure.
Well, we just know. I didn't realise how much people love Crocs.
That's right.
And
You've
I thought,
opened our eyes to it.
You're not
I
going to
thought,
give my Crocs
I thought,
away.
why does Ali get to have all the Crocs? So, 13, 24, 10.
What are you doing?
Ladies, very specifically, we would like you to be a size 9.
Oh, there's no point.
A size 9. We have
No.
a pair of bone-coloured... What style
They're
are
a
they?
crush. They're a crush clog, so they're a bit platform. What are you doing?
So, you need to be a size 9, right? And you need to give us a call on 13, 24, 10.
And you're going to compete
And you're-
with Ellie.
Is this a joke?
And the winner
No,
takes
not a
the
joke.
Crocs.
This is a sick joke. This is a.
The winner takes the Crocs.
They are a lady's size 9, so that needs to be your shoe
Tell me,
size.
Angry.
Look how angry she
You
is
didn't
now.
tell me about this.
Hey, if they're destined
This
to be
wasn't
for
on
you,
the form
if they're
guide
destined
for
to be
today.
you, they'll come your way because you're
Is
smarter
this
than
a
everyone.
joke?
No.
You're all sick.
You can keep the gibbet.
Oh, great.
I got a 2 gold gibbets with
Wow,
ease.
you're too-
Unless the person we speak to is a size 9 and their name starts with E. Then the gibbets are up for grabs too.
Or they're just really easy.
Yeah.
Because that could work.
Size 9. So
Size
what,
9.
what was this going to just be? Just a normal quiz?
Just a quiz.
Yep, just a quiz.
Wait. Oh my God. What are the parameters? Like, what's the, I'm scared.
It's a
I
quiz.
don't have time to
Knowledge.
prepare.
Quiz.
General knowledge. If you win, you get the shoes. Perfect.
Can I just go back to this when Ellie goes, oh my God, Nathan, thank you, when I sent her the thing. I feel so bad. Oh my God, thank you so much. She did not have to, but thank you. And then I wrote, I wanted to. And she goes, thank you so much. Honestly, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to do this.
All right, coming up next.
Does Ellie get to keep her Crocs quiz?
Never smile at a Croc.
Okay, so Ellie just ran in to the newsroom and Googled general knowledge questions in the hope
So unfair.
that she would have found the exact website that we've got all of these
And
from.
then she was just like, oh my God, if I lose, you have to buy me another pair. And I said, no, they're $85.
yeah. As you said, they're really expensive.
$85 doesn't grow on
the
trees.
highest costing ones on purpose.
Yeah.
Look, there is a silver lining. Unless the person that you are going against has an E for the name, you get to keep the gold E gibbets.
Well, the person going against you was Claire from Aluka. Good morning, Claire.
Hi,
you don't
Claire.
want them,
Good
Claire.
morning.
Claire,
I feel
do you want
so
the
bad
Crocs,
already,
do you?
Ellie.
No, you don't want them. They're ugly. They're really ugly.
You were size 9, Claire?
I'm a size 9, yes.
The great thing about these in the bone colour is they're a great neutral, and they'll go with any outfit, Claire.
Yeah.
They're awful.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And they've got a bit of a platform.
Just checking, of course, because we've got to be fair. Do you want to play? Do you also want the gold gibbets, the bits?
I definitely want them. My husband cannot stand Crocs and socks, and so I just want to wear Crocs and socks
Okay.
all
Yes.
around the house.
With the
just
giblets.
to take the mickey.
And you want the gibbet, and you know what, the gibbets as well. That'll remind you that you took them
Took
off
them
Ellie.
from
All right,
Ellie.
so the gibbets are now up for play as well.
That's so mean.
I'm sorry, Ellie.
Yeah.
Ellie and Claire, we have a quiz to help determine it'll be the best of 5. When you hear the question, if you buzz in with your name,
my God.
you get it right, you get the point. You get it wrong, we move on.
Oh my
Let's
God.
test your buzzers. Claire,
Claire.
Ellie.
Ellie.
All right.
Now, Claire, I don't want you to feel sorry for her.
You got to go for the throat.
She's a
here,
nasty
Claire.
piece of work around this building.
And she's an only child. She's been spoiled her whole life.
Yeah, so
committed.
yeah, you
I'm
go for
good.
it.
I'm committed.
And now, guys, I'm going to start with the first question. Now, remember, as soon as you know the answer, jump in. You don't need us to finish the question,
No.
okay?
Okay.
Jump
All
in
right.
at any time.
All right, question number 1. Until recently, which shoe company collaborated with Kanye West to produce his
Ellie.
Yeezys?
Yes, Ellie.
Adidas.
Ellie's on the board, everybody.
she's off to
One step closer to those Crocs.
Okay.
All right.
Next question. In the nursery rhyme Jack and Jill, which character came tumbling after?
Ellie. Jill.
Oh,
Claire.
I'm focused. Oh.
Stay focused, stay in it, Claire,
nervous.
stay in it.
All right. Well, this question seems to be, skewed towards Ellie. But
Oh.
No,
I know.
just
Listen very
jump in,
carefully, Claire. A pessimistic person can also be known as a Debbie what?
Ellie
Yeah,
Downer.
Ellie has
Debbie Downer.
done
No,
it.
I think we need.
I thought Claire. No, we're going.
I don't know.
Oh, so
Going
best of
further.
7
I
then.
don't. It's best of 7.
Yeah,
It was
it
always
is.
best of 7.
Change it now.
No,
Did you say
Yeah.
best of 5?
Oh,
it
no,
was best of 7.
Or possibly 9 or possibly 11. We'll see how we
Important
go.
music back
Harry,
on.
don't start playing that music, Harry. I've won.
Next question.
Here we go again.
Next question. Come on, Claire.
Come on, Claire.
I know, I'm sorry.
Well, you are disappointing everybody. As a wedding gift in 1947,
Oh.
the Australian government sent Queen Elizabeth II 500 cases of which tropical fruit?
Claire?
Yes, Claire.
Mango?
No, Claire.
I didn't even know that.
No, they don't travel well.
Best of
Okay, no
Yeah, I
point.
didn't think so.
No point to anyone else.
No point to anyone.
point to anyone.
The answer was pineapples.
Pineapples.
I was going to guess pineapples, but
Okay.
Let's go.
would have
Next
guessed.
question. Which star of Sex and the City has her own shoe line?
Ellie.
Claire.
Sarah,
I,
just-
heard, I heard Claire.
Claire.
Sorry, it was Ellie.
was Claire.
No,
It
you
was
Claire.
serious?
Harry,
Amy,
it was Claire.
Amy wasn't.
It was Claire.
Are you
I heard
serious?
It was Claire.
It was
Claire.
Claire.
Yes, Claire.
Carrie?
Carrie's right.
Yeah.
Sarah
Sarah
Jessica
Jessica
Parker.
Parker.
I said it was her.
No one
No,
heard it, though.
nobody
Sorry
heard
about
you say
that.
it first.
Carrie.
3-1.
Next question. What word for a large cup is also a slang term for a gullible person?
Large,
A large cup.
and a gullible person. Starts with M.
Oh, Ellie. Mug.
Claire?
Claire?
What?
Mug?
Claire
Claire,
Mug.
well done, well done.
What's
Claire.
happening is you're not allowing the adjudicators to go,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
Ellie.
right.
You were just
No,
jumping in.
You're just saying Ellie in the
There's something wrong
answer.
with my phone line. There's like a big delay.
Oh,
there.
there's a
Yeah,
huge delay,
yeah.
Claire. We have to factor that
Yeah,
in.
don't
And
worry.
we are.
Yeah, we
3-2.
really are.
Amy,
It's 3-2.
We're factoring
It's 3-2.
in the delay.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
3-2.
yeah.
3-2.
3-2. It's a comeback.
You're going to have to...
Turn your headphones up. Claire's
Yeah.
saying Claire.
Yeah, very
You need
clearly.
to-
What are you hearing? It's so strange.
Gaslighting me. Okay, Harrison.
Okay, okay, Bronte. Okay, Bronte.
We thought you wanted these, but
All
clearly
right.
not.
All right. Clearly wants them. All right.
Clearly wants them really.
Yeah, she does. All right, here we go. Next question. It's a sports one.
Oh, God.
Oh.
No, it's all right. Cycling's 3 grand tours are based in Italy, Spain, and
Ellie.
Claire?
Claire.
Sorry.
France.
France is
France.
correct. It's tied up. Oh, it's all tied up.
Tied
3
up.
all.
What's going on? Is this a conspiracy?
No, you're not playing right.
I mean, you shot out to a 3-0 lead and you've really let it slip since then. Look at
Come on, Ellie.
Trying to be going.
Come on, Ellie.
This is
Claire. All right.
Maybe the last one.
Claire, let's
So
just
this
share
is it.
them. You
This
can
is
have one, I'll have
This
one.
is
You think
for
the
the
last
match.
one?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, we can just hop around.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Last one.
Yeah, it is the last
Right, come
one.
on.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Claire.
Concentrate for the shoes, for the Crocs.
Come on, Claire.
An 80s hit for Pat Benatar was Hit Me With Your Best What?
Ellie,
Claire got
Claire?
it first.
Hit me with your best shot.
Yes, Claire.
has taken out the Crocs. No, She's stolen them. She's left the gibbets.
We got the gibbets for you, Claire. She's run out of the building.
Claire, you came good just at the right
Claire,
moment.
congratulations.
You've won a pair of size
guys.
9
What a comeback, Claire.
bone-coloured platform Crocs.
With 2 gibbets.
So you can remember who you stole them from. I mean, we've got to wrestle them off Ellie now.
I don't know how we're gonna
I don't
do
know
that.
who's brave enough to do that.
Oh, no.
They're on the balcony.
Claire, you
apparently.
were
She's put
really,
them on the
really,
balcony.
you were really good, Claire.
She's
You were
looking
really
to
good.
throw them off
Oh,
the
I don't know
balcony
about
is the
that. I
word.
didn't start too well.
No,
You might
it's
have
fine.
to collect them from Rockaby Road because Ellie's
Don't
about
you
to throw
think,
them off the
though?
balcony.
What was Ellie listening to, Claire?
I don't
Don't you
know.
think you fairly won that, Claire?
Totally, fairly.
Totally fairly.
100%.
100%.
No help at all.
All right.
Oh, well
No
done.
help
Well
at all.
done,
No,
Claire.
you know
You're
why?
very
Because
good.
you didn't need it,
I
Claire.
know.
Congratulations.
Because Claire's Claire.
We're now scared to come to work, but sure.
Yes.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so Claire, I'll just go find them.
Yep. And we'll pop them in the post.
We'll get them in the
Good
post.
work,
Sent to
Claire.
you.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.